11.5 million leaked documents, the biggest data leak in history, and it exposed the world's largest money laundering scheme. I'm Victoria Sterling, and today we're investigating how the rich and powerful hid $2 trillion. Let's expose what they tried to keep secret. World leaders, billionaires, criminals, all using the same law firm to hide their money. And nobody knew. Until 2016, one law firm, $2 trillion in hidden wealth, and a journalist who died trying to expose it all. Panama, small country connecting North and South America, home to the famous canal, and apparently the perfect place to hide money. Two lawyers, Mossack and Caruana Fonseca, start a law firm in Panama. Their specialty? Creating shell companies for rich people. A shell company is a business that exists only on paper. No employees, no products, no services. Just a name to hide who really owns the money. Here's how it works. You make money in a high-tax country. You create a shell company in Panama. You transfer the money there, pay zero taxes. And it's technically legal. That's the crazy part. Panama has laws protecting this. They call it financial privacy. Everyone else calls it money laundering. By 2015, Mossack Fonseca had offices in 35 countries. They'd created over 200,000 shell companies. Business was booming. Their clients? 140 politicians from 50 countries, 12 world leaders, drug cartels, arms dealers, and plenty of billionaires just avoiding taxes. Q under 15. Someone inside Mossack Fonseca decides to blow the whistle. They contact a German newspaper, and they have everything. 11.5 million documents, 2.6 terabytes of data, emails, contracts, financial records, everything. The biggest data leak in history. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists takes the case. 400 journalists from 80 countries. 1 year of secret investigation. They find connections everywhere. World leaders hiding money, billionaires evading taxes, criminals laundering drug money, all through Mossack Fonseca, April 3rd, 2016. They publish, and the world explodes. The Panama Papers are public. Nobody's safe. So how exactly did this scheme work? Let me show you the step-by-step process they used to hide $2 trillion. Step 1. Pick Panama. Weak regulations, strong secrecy laws, and a government that looks the other way. Step 2. Mossack Fonseca creates your shell company. They charge a few $1,000s, fill out some paperwork, and boom, you own a Panamanian corporation. Step 3. Appoint a nominee director. This is someone who pretends to run the company, but they don't. You do. They're just there to hide your name. Step 4. Open a bank account in the shell company's name. Now you can move money around without your name appearing anywhere. Step 5. Transfer your money through multiple shell companies. Each transfer makes it harder to trace. By the time it's done, nobody knows where it came from. And here's the genius part. It's all legal in Panama. The shell companies are real. The bank accounts are real. It's just that nobody knows who actually owns them. Mossack Fonseca charged annual fees for each shell company. With 200,000 companies, they were making hundreds of millions. Money laundering is profitable, and Panama wasn't alone. British Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Seychelles, all offering the same service. Hide your money. No questions asked. Some shell companies used bearer shares, physical certificates. Whoever holds them owns the company. No names, no records, complete anonymity. Common use. Buy real estate through shell companies. Luxury apartments in New York, mansions in London. Nobody knows who really owns them. Art, yachts, private jets, all purchased through shell companies. The rich hide their wealth and assets, and Mossack Fonseca made it easy. The scale? $2 trillion hidden offshore. Governments worldwide losing hundreds of billions in tax revenue. All thanks to firms like Mossack Fonseca. And the banks? They knew? HSBC, Credit Suisse, UBS. They processed the transfers, asked no questions, made their fees. Regulators? Asleep at the wheel. They had the power to stop this. They just didn't, because the rich and powerful were involved. So who got caught when the Panama Papers leaked? Let's just say some very powerful people had a very bad day. Vladimir Putin. The Panama Papers linked his close associates to $2 billion in offshore accounts. Putin denied everything. Shocking, I know. Iceland's prime minister had millions in offshore accounts, lied about it, got exposed, resigned within days. First major casualty, Pakistan's prime minister. His family had offshore companies worth millions. He was eventually removed from office. Corruption charges, UK Prime Minister David Cameron. His late father ran an offshore fund. Cameron had to admit he profited from it. Awkward. Lionel Messi, one of the world's best soccer players, used shell companies to avoid taxes on image rights. Later convicted of tax fraud. Jackie Chan. At least 6 shell companies. No explanation given. Just another celebrity hiding money offshore. And that's just the famous ones. 140 politicians total, 12 world leaders, hundreds of billionaires, all caught hiding money. Drug cartels, arms dealers, human traffickers, all using Mossack Fonseca. Same service as world leaders, same law firm, same secrecy. Some clients were evading international sanctions. North Korea, Syria, Iran. Using shell companies to access the global financial system. The public was furious. Protests worldwide. People demanded action, arrests, prosecutions, justice, and they got some of it. Governments launched investigations. The FBI, Interpol, tax authorities worldwide, going after the people exposed in the leak. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. Remember those journalists who exposed all this? Not everyone made it out alive. Maltese journalist. She investigated Panama Papers connections in Malta, exposed government corruption. Powerful people got very angry. October 16, 2017, a car bomb killed her, right outside her home. She was murdered for investigating the Panama Papers. Let that sink in. A journalist exposed financial corruption, and they killed her for it. This is what happens when you threaten the rich and powerful. Years later, arrests were made. Maltese businessman, government officials, hitmen, but Daphne's still dead. And the people who ordered it, some are still free. Mossack Fonseca, they shut down in 2018. Too much heat, too much exposure. The firm that created 200,000 shell companies just closed. So what's the truth about the Panama Papers? Let me break down what really happened. Here's the reality. Despite exposing $2 trillion in hidden wealth, only a handful of people went to jail. Almost no money was recovered. Most of it, still hidden. The people who paid? Small-time operators. A few politicians. But the billionaires? The major banks? Most walked away, because that's how the system works. So that's the Panama Papers, the world's largest money laundering scheme, exposed, and mostly still operating, just under different names. I'm Victoria Sterling, and that's the truth about the Panama Papers. If you want more financial mysteries, hit subscribe, because the corruption never stops.